Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's class, we're going to be focusing on opening up the hips. So jumping right into it, go ahead and lay down on your back, bring the soles of the feet together, finding Supta Baddha Konasana, so allowing the knees to fall open towards the side. And if you need more support here, you can put a block or a bolster or blanket, anything you have underneath the knees. Just finding this pose in whatever way is accessible to you. And you can bring the hands to rest on the thighs, or you can place one hand on the heart and the other on the low belly. And just start to tune into your breath. So beginning to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Begin to bring awareness to your body, feeling your chest and your ribs expand with every inhale, and feeling your body melt and soften with every exhale. Noticing if you're holding on to any bit of tension, and seeing if you can soften every single muscle in your body. Starting with your facial muscles, relaxing the shoulders, the chest, the hips, and the knees. And then slowly begin to draw the knees in towards each other. Extend the left leg straight out in front of you, and then draw the right knee in towards the chest, maybe interlacing the fingers. And then bringing the knee towards the right side, start to find circular movements with the right hip joint. So drawing the knee over towards the right side, away from the body, towards the left, and then closer in towards the chest. Moving with your breath here. And then switching directions. And then finding some stillness, so drawing the right knee over towards the right side once more. Staying here if that's a big enough stretch for you. Otherwise, grabbing hold of the outer edge of the right foot with your right hand, coming into half happy baby. So drawing the knee close towards the armpit. Breathing into the right hip here. Slowly release your hold, extending both legs, and then bringing the left knee in towards the body. Start to find circular movements in the left hip socket. Moving gently, being mindful of the breath. And then moving in the opposite direction. Once you've done a few rounds, go ahead and draw the left knee over towards the left side, staying here or grabbing hold of the outer edge of the left foot with your left hand, finding that half happy baby. So breathing into the left hip socket. If you'd like a deeper stretch, focus on drawing the knee in towards the armpits. And then release the foot, extending both legs straight out in front of you, pointing the toes and just finding circular movements in the ankles. And then rock yourself up slowly, maybe bringing your hands on the knees, coming into a seated position. Go ahead and cross the ankles and come into a tabletop pose on your hands and knees. So from here, tuck the toes, shift your hips back, and then lift the knees, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So first down dog of the day, go ahead and walk it out, pedaling out the feet, bending one knee, bending the other, just getting a sense of how your hamstrings and your calves are feeling. Finding stillness in this pose, inhale high in the toes, exhale, melt the heels towards the right corner of the mat. Gazing underneath the armpit. Inhale, coming back through center, exhale, melt the heels towards the left corner. And then coming back through center, downward facing dog. From here, lift the right leg up towards the sky, keeping the weight even in the hands here. And then bend the knee, open up the hip, stacking the left hip on top of the right, drawing the heel towards the glutes. Straightening out the leg. On an inhale, step the right foot forward in between both of the hands. Drop the back knee, coming into a low lunge. Interlacing the fingers, placing them on top of the right knee. So keeping your core nice and engaged here, tucking the low belly in towards the spine. Keeping that back foot engaged, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the gaze nice and steady. One more breath here. And then place the right hand down inside of the right foot. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. So using your elbow and your arm to push open the right hip here. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can lift that back knee up off of the mat, spinning onto the outer edge of that left foot. Good. Release the left hand back down to the mat. And just heel toe that right foot towards the outer edge of the mat, coming into lizard pose. So staying here on the hands, if that's deep enough for you, or moving onto the forearms. So find whatever variation feels good in your body. Make sure you're keeping the chest open instead of dropping the head and neck down. Keep the gaze looking up. Another option here is you can spin on the outer edge of that right foot for a different sensation in that right hip. And come back to your breath. Coming back onto the hands if you took that variation, and just heel toe that right foot back inside. So lift the left foot up off of the mat and reach your right hand back, grabbing hold of the toes, finding a diagonal quad stretch here. So you can find a gentle twist here in the spine, opening the heart up. And again, coming onto the outer edge of that right foot for a deeper stretch in the right hip. Being gentle with your body. Good. Release the foot back down to the mat. Just tuck the back toes, lift the knee up off of the mat, step the right foot back, coming into downward facing dog. Stay here, or you have the option to take a vinyasa. So moving into chaturanga, finding your back bend, And then moving through downward facing dog. Left foot lifts this time, evening out the hips, and then bend the knee and then stack the left hip on top of the right hip, drawing that heel towards the glutes. Straightening the leg back out, and on an inhale, step the left foot forward, dropping that back knee, coming into your low lunge. So finding your stability, grounding down through that front foot, interlacing the fingers, placing them on top of the knee, finding that core stability, engaging the abdominal muscles, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the gaze nice and steady. And coming back to your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Placing that left hand down inside of the left foot, reaching the right hand up. So really using your elbow to push open that left hip. Again, taking whatever variation you'd like, maybe spinning on the outer edge of that right foot, lifting that back knee up. Placing the right hand back down, heel toe the left foot out, coming into your lizard pose. So staying on the hands here or moving on the forearms. Keeping the chest and the heart open. Really pressing down through the forearms or the palms of your hands. Getting a nice deep stretch in that left hip. Take one more breath here. Coming back onto the hands, if you are on your forearms, lift the right toe up off of the mat and then reach that left hand up and over, grabbing a hold of the toes, the top of the foot, and finding a gentle twist here if you'd like, maybe opening your heart up towards the sky. And slowly release the right foot back down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, and then bring the left foot back to meet the right foot, finding your downward facing dog. Stay here or move into your vinyasa. So shifting into your chaturanga, finding your back bend, and then coming back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, step the right foot forward. So coming into a high lunge, finding your stability, grounding down through that front foot. And place the left hand down, reach the right hand up, finding a gentle twist. And begin to heel toe the right foot towards the outer edge of the mat. So readjusting so that all 10 toes are facing the right side of the mat. So you should feel the stretch in your IT band along the outer edge of your thigh and your hip. So really press the hips up towards the sky, grounding down through the right foot. Breathe here. Then turn, place the right hand down, step back into your downward facing dog. Switching sides here, so go ahead and step that left foot forward, coming back into your high lunge. Place the right hand down, Spin the chest open towards the left side. Reach the left hand up. Heel toe that left foot towards the outer edge of the left mat. Readjusting so that all 10 toes are facing the left side. Finding that same stretch, pushing up through the hips. Good. Come back to your breath. And place the left hand back down. Step that left foot back, moving into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then walk your feet up towards the front of the mat, coming back up to standing. So we're going to move into a wide-legged forward fold. So bring the hands onto the hips and go ahead and step the feet wide, bringing the big toes in slightly, drawing the heels away. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. As you exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, keeping the quads nice and engaged to protect the knees here. Allow the head and neck to hang completely heavy. And then start to walk the hands towards the outer edge of the right foot, maybe finding a bend in the knee, stretching out the right side. Release that, walk your hands towards the center and then over towards the left side. Take a bend in the knee, stretching out the left hip. Releasing your grip here, walking your hands back towards the center and then up in front, moving into frog pose. So coming down onto the knees, coming down onto the forearms, opening up both of the hips. And of course, if you need more support here, you can roll your yoga mat up or place pillows or blankets underneath the knees. Come back to your breath. And be open to welcoming vulnerability into the body here. So hip openers tend to be a little intense sometimes because it's where a lot of us store our emotions, stress, anxiety. So breathe into the discomfort, focus on your breath. And to slowly get out of the pose, bring the feet together and then sit back so that you're on the heels. So go ahead and readjust so that you're sitting on the glutes and then lay back on your back. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat and then lift the right foot up, coming into a supine pigeon. So crossing the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And if this is enough for you, stay here. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can lift that left foot up, interlace the fingers behind the back of the left thigh, and then draw the knees closer in towards the chest. You can stay still here or rock from side to side, seeing how that feels in your body. Just taking it nice and slow. Starting to unwind, bring the heart rate back down. Good. release the foot back down. If you took that variation, simply switch sides. So bring that left heel on top of the right thigh, finding your pigeon pose, staying here, or lifting that right foot up, drawing the knees in closer towards the chest. And then you choose whether your body needs stillness or a little bit of movement. Maybe you rock from side to side. And being mindful of the breath. Good. Slowly release that right foot back down, uncross the foot. And then draw both knees in towards the chest, finding happy baby. So bringing the arms inside of the legs, but grabbing hold of the outer edge of the feet, maybe rocking from side to side, opening up both of the hips at the same time. Releasing any last bit of tension, tightness. Then releasing your feet back down, straightening both of the legs. Preparing for our final resting pose. So allow the palms to face open towards the ceiling. You can stay here with the legs extended, or you can move into Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together, coming back to the same pose where we started. Bring your awareness to your breath. Allow the body to be heavy. Relaxing every single muscle in the body. Maybe noticing how you feel in this pose compared to when you first started. Maybe you feel a little more open, a little more relaxed. Allow these next few moments to be yours, resting in shavasana. Take as much time as you need here in this pose. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.